In today's video, we're going to be revealing and test fitting the new wheels for the white NB Miata. We're going to go ahead and unbox this one, and then we're going to test fit two of them on the one side so you get a good look at what they look like and how the fitment is going to be. As you might have noticed, these are 5 lug. These are bolt patterned, I guess you could say, in 5x1 14.3. The car, obviously being a Miata, is 4x100. What we did is we got some custom adapters that are on their way currently. They are much thinner than the available options out there right now. So with the plus 22 that these come in, we're going to be at around plus 2, which is still a very aggressive setup. These are 18 by 9.5 from Heritage Wheel. I had them specially coated in just a simple gloss white, and basically, like I said, with this Miata, in previous videos, I just want everything to be white on white on white. I know that this isn't exactly color matched to the car. I'm more than okay with that. It will be a little bit off. The only problem is I put the wheel up to the car already, and it looks more off on camera than it does in person. In person, they look awesome. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to jack up the car. We're going to take the stock wheels off, and then we're going to test fit these as best as we can. Obviously, we're not going to be able to mount them up right now. Also, the car is still on stock suspension, so the suspension droops a lot more than we want. So I'm just going to try and lean them up there as best we can, get some nice shots. That way you can tell how it's going to look. But I'm super excited to be able to put these on here. Yes, these are absolutely massive for a car like this. 18's1 is already a couple sizes bigger than most people do. I think 17's is kind of like pushing it for most Miata people. Obviously, I like to go as big as I possibly can. I think the bigger wheel looks better. I do plan on tucking a wheel. That's one major thing I really want to do with this car. Because it's a 9.5 wide, it's so tall, we might have to run some camber. I'm not afraid to run camber at all in this car, but we're only going to run as much as we need to fit these wheels. If we can do it with natural camber, then good. I also have a fender roller that I can use, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to roll and pull the fenders as best we can, as far as we can, get as much clearance to the front and get some good fitment in the rear. And then once we get all that sorted out, we are going to fix that rust issue in the rear. But we're not going to worry about that for now. We're just going to worry about our wheel and tire setup and then figure out the fitment later. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and pull off the stock wheels, mount these things up, or basically set them where I want them to be, or as best as possible, and take a look at how they look. I already got a little bit of a sneak peek yesterday, and they look awesome. They look huge, which they are for this car, but perfect in my opinion. These are factory 15-inch wheels, and trying to center it on here, you can see that the overall diameter is going to be significantly larger. We probably got about an inch here. The tires that I went with are about as low profile as I could get. Overall, it is going to be a bigger diameter. I'm okay with that. Honestly, I don't care about speed in this thing at all. If anything, it's actually going to lower my RPMs so I can go faster on the highway, which is honestly better for me. But I don't think it'll be too much bigger. I think if I did the math correctly, I think the tires that I'm getting are approximately an inch bigger overall diameter. I know we're gonna have turning issues. I'm not concerned about that. Obviously, with the Lamborghini, I'm very used to not having lock-to-lock. I'm more than okay with that. Rarely ever do I need it. We are going to be taking out a lot of the fender liner. We're going to do a lot of rolling, and hopefully not too much more than that, but we'll do what we can. We'll do what we have to. We're going to go ahead and set these wheels up against here carefully and try and get them in a general position. They're going to look like they have more camber than they're actually going to in the end. That's just because we can't actually flush mount them because of the difference in bolt pattern. we went ahead, put the car on the ground, put the stock wheels back on. Obviously, after that sketchy wheel test, I think they look absolutely perfect for this thing. It is going to be a huge pain to try and get them fitted correctly and everything. We're gonna have to do probably some cutting, some hammering, some removing of some panels. We're definitely gonna have to do a roll and pull. But I think in the end, it's gonna be worth it to be able to fit these things on here. Again, these are Heritage wheels. They are 18 by 9.5. They come in at 18 by 10.5, but I figured I'm not gonna push it on this car. These are plenty big as is. Whenever I first saw these wheels come out, they're pretty inexpensive, and I almost wanted to pick up a set for maybe a future car if I decided to get a FRS, because they do come in 5x100. I didn't end up doing anything like that, but I'm happy I finally got my own set. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and pack these up for now till we get our tires in. Then from there, our adapters, and then once we get those in, we'll probably at least run it on the car. We'll roll and pull the fenders as needed, and then once we sort out our coilover situation, then we'll be able to slam this thing and get it looking real nice. Anyways, guys, if you're interested in a set of Heritage wheels, I'll go ahead and link them in the description. I'm gonna link these exact wheels, but they have 3-piece wheels as well. Anyways, guys, that about wraps it up for today's video. Hope you enjoyed, and peace out.